Yo, yo.
Yo.
Another Island Bites football talk show
But
on a
yes.
Tuesday night, Super Bowl week.
So what we got? What happened in the last 48 hours in the NFL community?
I think what Lovey Smith got signed to the Texans.
Is he the last coach to be signed?
No, Dennis Allen gets signed.
Dennis Allen, right? Yeah,
He went
to the
to
Saints.
the Saints, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Those were
he
the
was.
last two. Those were the last two.
yeah, the last two
Yeah,
signings.
he
Yeah,
was a defensive coordinator. They just bump him up.
yeah.
There's a rumor going on that Louis Riddick is interviewing for the GM position at the Steelers.
Yeah,
We'll see.
That,
We'll see.
I think that'll be
We'll
a
see.
big move.
I mean, about time. It's about time somebody give him a chance. He's been sitting there for the longest.
Yeah, I think
It's
he's been
just,
ready.
it's. I think because of what happened with Brian Flores, and now the NFL was kind of shook a little bit. So they try to open up a little thing so that you can actually have some people of color get certain jobs and stuff like that. If it wasn't for Brian Flores, Louis Riddick would still be with ESPN. He wouldn't be getting an interview.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how the interview go from here because I mean, bringing him in for interviews, what they've been doing all the time, right? Bringing them
Right.
all in for interviews and not hiring them.
Yeah, but
So we'll see.
they
Yeah,
never
yeah.
even give Louis Riddick a chance at all, even an interview.
Right. Agree.
So
The he after Lovey Smith got hired, Brian Flores let release a statement, kind of like thanking the organization, I guess, or saying something. I didn't read the whole thing. It was long, a very long statement. He liars and everything. So I didn't read the whole thing. A lot of litigation going on there, kind of thing
right.
like that.
no, they tagged him. He said that's the reason he didn't get a job because of the lawsuit.
Mm.
So he's saying that the lawsuit hanging over the NFL teams are shying away from him because they'll just bring bad attention to the team.
Yeah, I don't. I think with that
It
lawsuit,
could be
I think
right. It could
no.
be wrong.
Yeah, I think after that lawsuit happened, I think there's a chance that he might get another job in the NFL again.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think
Really,
so too. I think that's it
yeah,
for him in the NFL. He might as
yeah,
well see if he can go college or somewhere. But
college
I
or
don't know.
something. Yeah,
I think nobody gonna want to take that chance on him. Again, he was coming off of that he already coming off with a reputation that he don't get along good with ownership.
right,
So,
true.
so that was already a bad blow. And then he went and do the lawsuit, and no fault of him doing the lawsuit, just that I mean, he knew what he was doing. He was basically hanging himself, trying to make a point. But we'll see what happened. We'll see what happened. We'll see what happened. So we got a Super Bowl coming up. The Rams and the Bengals. A lot of talking going on between Jalen Ramsey and Jamar Chase.
Should be a good battle.
It should be a good battle.
Should be a good battle.
I just don't know who the Rams gonna put on them other two fellas. That's what I don't know.
But that's if Burrow gonna have time.
Or only had time all playoffs.
I know, but I mean, with Aaron Donald and Van Miller and Leonard Floyd, I mean,
I mean,
that's a different pass rush.
he had no time all playoffs. I
I
mean,
think that gonna be the most dominant pass rush he's seen for this whole playoffs.
mhm.
yeah.
So we'll see. It'll be up to the coaching staff and see how they can work around that. Whether they're
Right.
gonna use quick passes or read option or something. Because Aaron Donald will feast. I know about Leonard Fly, but Aaron Donald and Van Miller, they
Miller.
gonna feast. So Super Bowl, is all cards on deck. All cards on deck. So the offensive line for the Bengals, they gotta figure out what they gonna do. You coming out there to
I,
play, or you gonna lay down?
I know what they could do because they ain't doing nothing all season. So what they gonna do?
So
What are
I
they
have
gonna
no
do? I
idea,
mean,
but
they're gonna have to play in sustain the rat that
it'll be up
happen.
to the coaches. They have to figure something out, come up with a good game plan.
We gotta see. We gotta see. My coach, my offensive coordinator went to Miami.
I hope he better bring in some veteran coaches to back him up. I kind
That
of,
that
I kind of like the Texans hiring Lovey Smith. I kind of like that hire. I kind
I
of like
know.
that hire.
I know. I ain't know what love you. I ain't know
But
what love
then, but it's still funny because that wasn't their first choice. Their first choice was McCollum.
you.
They
Yeah.
already said it. They were going with McCollum, but the backlash of her inexperience forcing when they got
Oh yeah,
Flores and them
they
there.
would have guessed some other. If
Exactly.
that's the
So
case,
it
hire
wasn't
Lovey
Lovett
Smith
Smith
and
that they
make
would take.
McCong like the offensive coordinator. You know what I mean?
So he's like he was option B. He
But
was done there.
you can't go in there and tell the head coach who the hell the hell is the offensive coordinator. That would already start off on a bad foot already.
True.
Yeah. So it's
If
like
not, if no, okay, if not, bring him in there as quarterback coach. If you are so high on Josh McCown, bring him as an offensive coordinator or scout something. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're gonna put him on Lovett Smith's staff though. I don't
Right.
think so. They talk about it gonna be awkward because remember he was a guy they wanted
True.
to put him on the
Yeah, that's true.
staff. Any little hiccup they want to fire Lovett Smith is gonna be his
Right.
job.
That's
So
true too. That's true
I don't
too.
think Lovett. I don't think they're gonna put him on the staff. Lovett Smith ain't gonna have him on the staff. They already got an offensive coordinator. Pep Hamilton was a passing game coordinator. He's taking over the offensive coordinator job. So, but again, Lovett Smith is like option B. We all knew that he was gonna go with McComb, but they feared the backlash. They won't want to go with they weren't gonna go with Flores because of what's going on with his legal stuff. So let's just settle with Lovett Smith or respected coach who's done it for a long time. We'll give him the job. We'll ease the knives for a bit because he checks
Will
all
they?
the boxes.
Yeah.
He's a black coach. He's a veteran coach. Let's just go with him and see what happens. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
So what? Will they if they get another losing season again next year, they're gonna fire he again out the door again?
If they fire him next year after one season, then nobody gonna go there.
Yeah.
Don't act like it ain't never been happened before. I mean, first year coaches been getting fired more frequently than anything in the last couple
Yeah,
of years.
but they ain't. I don't. They ain't gonna go two for two.
Yeah, fire David Culley
They can't go two for
one
two.
year.
Right, the
One
fire
year.
color
Then
already. They ain't
you
gonna do
fire
it to
Lovett Smith too.
Lovett Smith. Yeah, they ain't gonna do it
Nah.
to Lovett Smith after 1 year. They do it to Collie, so they can't go two for two because then you just lose our credibility in the
Right.
league in terms of hiring coaches. They ain't gonna do it with Lovett Smith. They did it with Collie already, so that was their escape route. They gonna give him probably 2 or 3 years, and then if they don't want to move on from there, they're gonna move on.
Right.
And then he had head coaching experience and had success too.
True. Yeah, he made it to the Super Bowl with the Bears
Right
with a trash quarterback.
With Cully, even though he had 40 years experience, he was never a head coach. He was a first time head coach.
True.
They release him, so be it. But you can't do that to Lovett Smith, and then you're gonna really get backlash. Lovett
Mm-hmm.
Smith been doing this thing for a long time. He went to a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
He got the pedigree, so you
Right.
can't do that to Lovett
Exactly.
Smith.
Exactly.
So again, they hired Lovett because of backlash, and it was a safer pick because they couldn't go and get McComb who they wanted. So he was on the staff. Cause then look at it there, he was actually on the staff. So they just upgraded him from defensive coordinator to head coach.
It would have been nice and for steak and
Right,
undisputed.
right, right.
he Texans would have get some serious backlash.
So all they do is hire from within, and they could always say that he deserved the job, but that's not the guy that they wanted. So, but he got a job there, and like I said, Lovey probably took it too because he probably wouldn't have get another head coaching job in the NFL.
Probably.
he probably would have been a coordinator,
A
but I don't
coordinator,
think
yeah.
he'd have get another head coaching job. So he took it because that probably is his last opportunity to be a head coach.
Love it had that defense playing right for what it had. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think the players knowing my take again on the Texans is what are they gonna do at the quarterback position? Are they completely done with Deshaun Watson? Are they gonna
Yeah,
reconcile?
no, they done it. They
So
said they said a, they said a date to treat him.
I know that like I said, got a rumor going on that they're gonna draft a quarterback because they say that they really ain't liking Davis Mills. I don't
Davis
understand
Mills.
that, but you know,
And they getting backlash for that too because Davis Mills had 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 68-yard
Mm-hmm.
completion percentage, and they gave him nothing to work with.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
again,
He was ranked probably like he was the second best quarterback in the draft if you look at the stats because Mac Jones would have been ranked number one, but Davis Mills was actually ranked number two.
Right.
Yeah, he did better than Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, and I think his stats was way better than Justin Fields too. So if you put it together, he had the less to work with. He had the least amount to work with, but he still do what he had to do.
Right.
So give and I think Pep Hamilton was with him when he was in Stanford. I think Pep Hamilton was the head coach at Stanford, and I think him and Pep Hamilton got some type of connection. Both of Davis Mills come from Stanford too. So you I don't think Lovett Smith gonna draft a quarterback. Unless they trade back, they will do it, but I don't think they're gonna draft a quarterback. No.
one number in the draft? How do they have right now?
They got number three. They ain't gonna draft a quarterback up there.
No, that's what
O
I think.
line, just draft O line at D line. That's the
Yeah,
best bet.
Will they go
they
after?
gonna
Will you go after a veteran?
A
what
veteran who?
quarterback?
A
A
veteran
veteran quarterback?
quarterback? Yeah.
I was rolling with Davis Mills.
Yeah, I agree. I would rule
Yeah,
it
I would
Davis
roll with
Mills.
Davis Mills. But I don't for
He
what the
showed he
boy do
showed some good things that
exactly.
that in that in the past season.
You got the
He
number three
showed some
pick.
good
You can
things.
either trade it down and get other picks or draft a high impact player there. And I'm sure you got some cap space too.
A
True.
lot. They got a lot of cap space.
So build your team around him. Give him a good line to hold him up. Give him some skill position players. And he had 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions with only Brandon Cook. So imagine what he could do if he had people.
Right.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right now, we got on the West Coast. We got on the West Coast. We gonna bring Raider Nation here into the chat, just like we did with the Dotted South fellas last 2 weeks ago. So Raider Nation coming into the house.
Silver and black.
Yes, I.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
show, Raider Nation.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
So this is the first time here on Island Boys NFL Talk Show. We gathering up all our fans, our friends, and our fans, the diehard fans of the football. Everybody know you're a diehard Raider fan,
Shoot
and we are
thick and thin.
In a nationwide. So we die.
and we don't come out with the ask, first question I have to back is your Raiders team. How you feel about your Raiders team season? Did you meet your expectations? Did it not meet your expectations?
To be honest, that's a tough question to ask with all the up and downs and everything we had going on with the season because season started off good, you know what I mean? We started off 3-0. We beat Pittsburgh, we beat Baltimore, so we were cooking with gas, you know what I mean? It's like beating teams that you probably wouldn't have expected us to beat. And then about why was why week 4, week 5, the wheels just start falling off left and right with John Gruden having to resign, and then in less than a month, the situation with Henry Ruggs. So I had done kind of, to be honest, I had done kind of throwing the towel. After those two things happened, I said, that's it. Just pack it in. And we lost We get blown out by the Chiefs. So that was just saying, okay, that gonna be it for the season. And then something happened. I don't know. The team clicked, and we just went on this nice little winning streak right down into the month of December, and we sneak into the playoffs. So to say that they exceeded expectations for the second half of the season, yeah. But I really think like if things had stayed together with Gruden and Ruggs and what's not, I think we would have shocked some people this year.
Then yeah, also last another first runner, right? There's two first runners y'all last this year, right? And
And it, yeah,
I think Henry
but he
Ruggs.
wasn't even with his loss. To be honest, I was never really too high on him. You know what I mean? So it was more depth that we lost than anything else because we had Nate Hobbs, the rookie that we draft there in the fourth round. He come on and he's graded as one of the top nickel corners in the league as a rookie. So that was a good hit. And then we still had Trayvon Mullen and then Casey Hayward. So we were kind of set at corner. So that Arnett loss wasn't really a big thing. It was just disappointing because he and Ruggs came from the same draft class.
Right.
But I was like, but then there were two first round picks. So we, we basically lose our two first round picks from that draft class.
But you also have to give credit to your quarterback because your quarterback was able to show leadership and keep that team together as well because he could have easily, you know what I mean,
I
just
mean,
forget about everything and lose everything, having to lose your head coach, your offensive quarterback, I mean your offensive coordinator, and as well your quarterback coach because like Gooden was doing all three.
yeah. And my thing is with Carr, like a lot of people are just bash on Carr because it's this Raiders stigma. People feel the team sucks, so everybody to just be like, Carr suck, Carr ain't no good. But they're kind of league what 8 years now,
Right.
and he had 7, 8 different coaches. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
there's no,
man,
no
just to
consistency
continue
there.
to keep putting up numbers, and you're gonna look at the wins. You know what I mean? You're gonna say, oh well, he got good numbers, but the Raiders don't win no games or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And you listen to a lot of people like Keyshawn Johnson himself would rate. If you have to think to yourself, Derek Carr is a top 10 quarterback in the league. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's just that it don't equate. The wins don't equate, and because our team are always so sporadic, he does just get bunched into he ain't that good or whatever the case may be. So what Derek Carr do this season with leadership too, especially, that no surprise to me. However, he always been, in my eyes at least, in a lot of Raider Nation eyes, he always been like that. It's
Right.
just that to put a whole team together has always been the problem.
so moving on, y'all now have Josh McDaniels, right, as the head coach now.
Josh McDaniels, yep.
What's the rumors of the Las Vegas with this Josh McDaniels
I
hire?
mean, a lot of people were saying that they wanted Rich Bisaccia back. No, that's not the case. I mean, for me, I was skeptical about it because I think he kind of ride momentum and he kind of ride the tragedy of the. I mean, all of us know that if you're gonna jump into the season in the middle of the season, you riding a game plan that's already put in place.
True.
You riding John Gruden's scheme. It's like how everybody does claim that Gruden win the Super Bowl after Tony Dungy scheme. You know what I mean? So to me, I feel like Rich Bisaccia was kind of just riding the plan that was already in place. He had the coordinators in place and everything. So I was skeptical about what might happen if next season, where he have the chance now to be the head coach. I don't know. I don't know how it would have been. So I for one excited about the Josh McDaniels move. I think is an upgrade to when it comes to like play calling. I think that's probably one of the best that Derek Carr might have. We got the oldest of the oldest offensive coordinator in the NFL. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get a large old time plays, So with Josh McDaniels now, I think you might see a difference and hopefully we
Some
see what we do in the
innovation.
draft, see what we do
Yeah.
in free agency, and we get more creative with. I mean? John Gruden was very old school, so he want to run the ball 3 times, first down, second down, third down, throw a screen. That's his creativity. You know what I mean? But we're gonna see what Josh McDaniels bring to the table.
Going into the draft. What's your biggest need?
Offensive line, to be honest. I think offensive line and defensive tackle. We need some youth on the defensive line. Um, but that little, I get what we were trying to do with the offensive line with blowing it up because we had a lot of money in the offensive line, but we feel it. To be honest, we feel it. A lot of them games, Derek Carr was running for his life. In Letterwood, I don't know what he gonna become from. He would have to do a massive turnaround to be worthy of how high we draft him because this season wasn't good at all for him. Because they had to move him from tackle to guard, and that wasn't really even too much of an experiment. So blowing up the offensive line and that really took a toll on us. So we'll see what happens. But we need to draft some offensive linemen and even pick up a free agent or two to solidify that. Cause you can't go nowhere with that line that we got.
Are you sold on your receivers other than Hunter Renfro? Are you sold on what's his name is the Edwards guy and Zay Jones?
But Brian Edwards, he Brian Edwards, I don't know, he just disappeared. I had some high expectations for him. He just disappeared. I don't know what happened, to be honest. So hopefully he he act together and he figure it out because
Is he a
our
solid number
main
one or number
weapon,
two?
who's that?
Brian Edwards.
The way how he playing, to be honest, I would say he's more of a complimentary piece until he show me something different.
Okay,
Consistency is his problem. You know what
right.
I mean? So he would disappear from games, like disappear totally from games. So, a lot of reports that I read is that he has issues separating from corners. So he wouldn't be getting open. And Derek Carr has this tendency, and I even do a lot of reading on it too. If he don't trust you, he ain't throwing you the ball. He would like Darren Waller. You would see how he would give Darren Waller some tunnel vision. If you as a receiver and he don't trust you that you're gonna be able to do certain things,
Right.
he ain't gonna throw you the ball. You know what I mean? So I even see some of that with Deshaun Jackson. After Deshaun Jackson had them couple fumbles and thing, Derek Carr just stopped throwing him the ball. You know what I mean? So
I just stop trading
he
for your
that's one
ball
of his
too.
flaws. He gets some rookie receivers that he trusts. He trusts Zay Jones. You know what I
Right.
mean? So whistle the ball to him. I ain't really sold on Zay Jones neither. I think he could be though like a decent number two. If we get like a strong number one, I could see a strong like a Devontae Adams, a
Right.
Zay Jones, a Hunter Renfro, and a Darren Waller. And I could roll with that. You know,
So Zay Jones is a free agent this year.
he's a free agent, yeah.
So you got if they keep it, you got saying he back.
If I wouldn't be heartbroken if we don't sign him back. I mean, I got so much other receivers out there. I wouldn't be heartbroken if we don't sign him back.
You're going in with about 40 mil cap space.
That's
You
some
got a
good
couple
money.
you got a couple of free agents that I don't know if you want to rehire, but I mean you got Casey Hayward out there.
I think he gonna go look for a big payday because he had a really really good season with us. So I think that he gonna try to cash in on that. I remember he ain't young neither, eh? So
Yeah.
he ain't young either. So
You,
I
you
feel we
got
might, we might lose him.
you got
You
Brandon
know,
Parker as your right tackles. I don't think I don't think that's a resign. I don't
that's
think
not a priority, no.
Quinton Jefferson.
Again, we need to upgrade the defensive line because a lot of those people, a lot of our defense, especially, was on some 1 year contracts.
I do like that one kind of have the he's a free agent this year.
Trayvon Mullen,
No, Brandon Faison.
face on, yeah, he
Yeah.
came on late too, and I mean, he did well for us again as a depth piece after Trayvon Mullen get injured. He came on, so that's somebody I would like to keep around, because with the injuries, you need depth. So
What's
I
your
feel
dream?
like
Go ahead.
I feel like with this new stadium and this new now we got Josh McDaniels. I think we are an attractive free agent spot. You know what I mean? I think that people will be saying, "Yeah, I go in Vegas." I mean, I could take a run with Vegas. You know, before people weren't really clamoring to come Oakland, but they might want to come Vegas. I know Derek Carr and Devante Adams is best friends, so they just keeping quiet on that, and I just hoping that something
You
will
get
come
the
out
Devontae
there.
Adams.
You got to pay. You got to
That they
pay.
went to Fresno together, so yeah,
You
yeah,
got,
yeah. I mean, we got money there, so but we just gotta be cautious about what we're doing with our money because Max Crosby gonna be looking for some money.
yeah, you got to pay. You got to
Josh
pay.
Jacobs, we gotta see. Well, I don't know yet, because he always injured too. I like him, but he always injured. But he's a locker room leader. Cause now we have to decide if we're gonna take up his fifth year option. So they're gonna watch and see what they do.
But that's your best running back, right?
But we do have some people that say again.
Josh Jacob is your best running back, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean
that should be
we got
that
Jacobs and
should
we
be a
got
given, given he that fifth
Kenyon
year
Drake.
option.
But to be honest, like I say, I could see if it's a cost saving thing,
Yeah,
I could see them taking a chance to move on from him or something because
Yeah, he
he
needs
he
that
always
time.
injured.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the league, how the league they feel about running backs, they feel they could take up anybody off the street, turn them into a star. So
Yep.
man, it is new regime, they ain't draft him, so they ain't got no ties to him, so they might look to do something different.
Wait, I mean,
And then Josh Brick,
you got to have a very experienced coach coming in who is an
I mean,
offensive minded coach.
I mean, I,
You know what he work with in New England is way less than what he can have in Oakland.
yeah, yeah, because but you see, if you really think about it, remember New England never really had like a star running back.
a star
It was
running back, a
always,
star
Right.
receiver.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
always a committee kind
yeah.
of backfield. So I don't know who if that would be Belichick philosophy or if that would McDaniel's philosophy, but we'd be interested to see how the man want to shape up the team. But we see how that go. Because then next year now we have to figure out Darren Waller.
Got to pay. Got to pay.
That should be a guarantee.
Yeah,
That should be a guarantee.
don't pay him saying dunk some.
you can't pay he and Kittle.
We good.
He may end up in New England if you don't pay him. You know, Bill Belichick like
Them big
big
fat.
tight ends.
Yeah,
So
them big tight ends. But
Next
yeah, man.
next next season you got an AFC East. And you got an NFC North. That's Miami new coach, the Jets, the Patriots, and them Bills. And NFC North, you're gonna have the Packers, maybe without Rodgers, maybe without Devante Adams. And you have Vikings new coach, Bears new coach. Who the other team is out there?
the
The
Lions.
The
Lions.
Lions,
And the Lions.
Mhm.
Lions will play hard.
Damn upset team.
Like I said, look,
Unless they got Goff behind center, I don't fear them damn Lions for nothing.
I like watching the team play, like literally watching every game and watching the team play. I feel that we capable of beating anybody, but we have one major flaw, and it's the same thing I either tell me about when I tell I that I gonna die from a heart attack with this team. Every game that we win is always like 3 points or some last second something. In the commentators themselves say when we lose to the Bengals, they say that last minute action in what we love so much finally backfire against us.
Right.
We gotta be able to blow teams up. We gotta be able to just kneel the ball and win a game. Every game we've been winning is overtime, field goal, the last second touchdown pass or some every game, every single game that we win like that.
Again, you could
So
probably
until
attribute
we start,
you could probably attribute that to your old school offensive playbook because
I
most
mean,
I think
yeah, I would say that
50%,
because
60% of your games you was behind, coming from behind.
Mm-hmm.
the team something I don't know because last year the strength of our team was the offense. So you would expect so everybody was like, okay, if we could get a decent defense, we got a Super Bowl contender, to be honest. But from week one, for some reason, I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's the offensive line. I mean, I listened to some of Derek Carr interviews and he kind of dropped some little hints, and I do think it's the offensive line. And I think the offense took a big step backwards, and the defense really keep us in a lot of those games. And by the time the offense catch up now, it's that fourth quarter now, and you gotta play. You know what I mean? You gotta score two touchdowns and a field goal, and that's how every game went. In the games where we and you can't play like that because you see what the Chiefs do us. You know what I mean? You come out there sleeping on the Chiefs, you're gonna get blown out. You gotta be able to score.
But
And that was one of our strengths last season, and I don't know what happened this season, so we'll see.
don't talk about the
But
Chiefs
I,
run KG, you know, because KG done say the Chiefs and the Bills done change the way the NFL is viewed
Them
and
done
played. Huh?
change the god. Them done change how teams wing these quarterbacks now, boy.
no,
Everybody want
you're right. The Chiefs, but
everybody want a strong arm quarterback. You know more.
it's ironic that you say that because even
You
when
know
they're
more
talking
game
about like
managers.
with Aaron Rodgers, they say that Aaron Rodgers better stay in the NFC. He can't come in the AFC because the quarterbacks know that in the AFC, Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna be going to no AFC championship game.
I
And
think
when you really look at the quarterbacks in the AFC, he can't. Cause they were even saying like he better don't come to the AFC West because he would have to go Denver. But now he got to play Patrick Mahomes twice.
Right,
He got to play
exactly.
Justin Herbert twice. He
Right.
got to play we twice.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I ain't even talking now about the Joe Burrow in the Lamar Jackson in the Bills quarterback. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he
you
need
hit
to
it. You
stay in
hit
he need to stay in the NFC.
yeah.
NFC, the NFC
You
wide
hit it.
open.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. 'Cause I think it was what 3 shows ago, maybe KG. We had the same discussion. I think 3 to 2,
Yeah.
where we say the top quarterbacks right now is in the AFC.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you know if Aaron Rodgers move from the NFC, it's gonna be tough. It's best he stay in the NFC and be over here as the. Cause he's probably like maybe the only real big quarterback in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
Now that
That's
Brady
true.
retired,
Brady gone. Yep.
you know what I'm
No Brady,
saying?
no Breeze.
No Brady, no Breeze, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you got a little up and comers, but they mean at that level of Burrow,
Right. Exactly.
Mahomes,
Burrow, Allen.
Allen, Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They mean up on that level. Even though Lamar Jackson don't have the weapons, he still got an arm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. If Rodgers go, like you say, if he go Denver, it's gonna be a tough sled for him. Ain't gonna be no NFC not
No,
when
they
he
ain't
was
gonna be
playing
that.
NFC not. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna be like how we were there yelling at the Bears that he ain't gonna be owning nobody out in the AFC. That's for damn sure. That's for sure. But but people need to remember though, he ain't no free all this talk, he ain't no free agent,
Right.
So in order for he to leave that team, they have to trade him. So all the talk that he got on with, he can't just up and go. And he ain't got no trade clause in any contract. So Aaron Rodgers gonna end up right back in Green Bay, in my opinion.
I think I want to let him go because just like what he do in the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? He's a problem at this point. To me, he becomes a hindrance and a problem.
No, but he said he and the GM good again now, so I don't
He can
know.
say what the fuck he want. What is an ex girlfriend? We
What he
good
gonna do?
now.
What he gonna do when he got Devante Adams to throw to
Right.
no more?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
I
Yeah.
that's
think they over the cap too, so
yeah.
they
Right.
got to
yeah,
make some tough decisions
Yep.
this
Yo,
off season too.
a lot of teams in trouble this year.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
A lot of teams in trouble this year. I was looking at it. I think last night. A lot of teams got to let some. I mean, you could build a team off of some of these men that are gonna be coming off these teams. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I look at something
Some big
today
free
that
agents.
say the 14 teams that had made the playoffs this year. I think 8 of them over the cap, two of them like close to the cap, and the Bengals got 48 million in cap space.
Wow, wow, wow,
Yo,
wow.
yo, when some of them big name offensive linemen gotta get let go, you don't think the Bengals should be up in the front with a limo, with a
They
dump truck,
Yeah,
should.
with a
Well,
dump
yeah.
truck
They
trying to
need,
pick
they
up
need, they
that?
need to secure. They need to secure that.
yeah, Teron Armstead gone from the Saints. They can't sign he back.
Mhm.
They may have to cut one of the other premier linemen them got too. So you got people on the market this year. A lot of persons gonna make cuts, cost saving cuts. So a lot of things can happen this off season.
That they got all that money. They go, they get two solid veteran linemen, and then draft some a young stud coming up. I don't want to see that team. I don't want to see
48
that team.
million in cap, and
A
then
lot of
plus
money.
when you change over persons signing bonus and those stuff, you could create more cap space as
Give it
well.
more
So
cap space
Right,
here.
they
Yeah,
could end up close to 65 million if they restructure contracts.
right. And the
and
team
remember
young, so
now, remember
they got a
now,
lot of teams still on rookie contracts. A
and
lot of
Mm-hmm.
them
remember now. They
guys,
don't have to. They don't have to pay Joe Burrow no time now neither.
Time
Eh?
soon, yeah.
or Jamar
Yeah.
Chase, or T
Jamar
Higgins,
Chase.
or Taylor Boyd. They don't really have to pay them guys well. This time they got another 3 years before they can think about some of them, man.
Yeah, so they could make the team even stronger. No, but I like your guys hire the defensive coordinator Patrick Graham.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was pretty solid for the G men
With
compared
Giants.
with what he did. Yeah, I know
Hmm.
he was.
Yeah, he was
Parsons
a good.
wanted
Yeah,
him. Parsons wanted him in head coaching interviews, and then when I saw him going to the Raiders, that was a very good pickup. His units are usually very good, so
It's
he
just a
can.
continue. Our biggest issue with the defense, and I think that's kind of why too we lose a lot of games. We for some reason by I don't know we can't get no turnovers.
Mhm.
We don't get no interceptions. I don't understand it. We just don't get none. Any turnover we get would be like a fumble or something, but we just don't get any
Hanging out picks,
interceptions.
yeah. But going back to what you said too, yeah, they said one of your biggest weaknesses was the interior defensive line. So
Yeah.
I think that can if we can stop the run better, then you can play a lot more coverage and hopefully get some picks. But when the interior line giving up 5.1 yards of rush, everybody worrying about the
Everybody gonna
run.
feel it, yeah.
Yeah, so if you can get
Everybody
some
gonna
good
feel it.
interior lineman to hold up against the run, then you got more eyes zone in on the pass. You guys should be good. You guys got some good pieces. You got your edge rushers, which is good. They're gonna come at a quarterback. I like Denzel Perman that you guys got. He played really well for you guys.
Yeah, he hold on the middle for us. Did a
Yeah.
real good job there.
And then I know you're talking about Hobbs a lot this year.
Yeah, Nate Hobbs,
Mm-hmm.
I did lock down the nickel. Even our other rookie there, Moreg,
Right.
he had a real good quiet season. Even though nobody talk about him or anything like that, he had some stat I believe they say he allowed the least amount of passing yards for any safety in the league.
So
You know what I mean? So
so
he
that's
ain't no
another
kicks
good piece
and stuff
too.
like
That's
that, but he ain't allowing no completions and so on and so forth. So that was good. So we got a young unit to build on.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just need to keep growing that. I
I
mean,
think
it don't
Patrick.
help when you're playing somebody like Patrick Mahomes and he driving you down the field
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
7 minutes, and then our offense come on the field and go 3 and out, and the defense back on the field. You know what I mean? That was killing us. You know?
Yeah. I think people gotta take it into effect. That division you guys in, you gotta go against Hubbard that can throw the ball all over. Mahomes that can throw the ball all over. Denver ain't got a quarterback that can throw it all over, but they got the skill position
They
players that
got
you can throw it
they got
to.
a skill positions and they got a defense. They just a
Exactly.
they could beat you. You know what I mean? That ain't
Exactly.
a team to sleep on.
So the division is tough, and you guys held your own considering everything that happened during the season, which you talk about. Now you got fresh off season. You got your new tandem, your GM, your head coach. He built his staff, and you guys should be good in the off season. You know your needs. get some players that can help the team, and you guys should be competing again this year.
Mm-hmm.
Should be. I mean that division gonna be a toss up. I mean, I want to see like Kansas City. No, their coaches ain't leave, right? Benjamin ain't in no position.
No. I
No,
No,
think the quarterback coach left Kafka. He gone to the
Kafka.
Giants as a offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
offensive coordinator. Yeah,
Yeah.
What shape them in with cap space and stuff like that? In free agency and
Oh, the Chiefs.
yeah.
I don't think they have to for some reason. I don't
Think
Who?
think they
I
nobody
think
to
I
they,
think
me.
they,
what,
they got
they
some old
got
they got some
the
key players.
defense old. The defense
The defense
old.
all yeah.
Yeah, they don't have this. I think they say that Tyrann Matthew may not return because he may be a cast cutting player.
Oh, they ain't got no money,
Casualty,
right?
cap casualty.
They ain't got no
Yeah,
money.
Frank Clark may be a cap cutting player.
They ain't got no money. They got 1.3 million.
Right. So then they gotta resign Orlando Brown. They gave up a first round pick for him.
Yep.
So they're gonna need to sign him. I know they traded for Joe Tony from the Patriots. The good thing is they hit two jackpots with Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith on the line. Edwards Elias on the rookie contract. They paid Tyreek Hill and Kelton, those guys already.
Mm-hmm.
And then that cap speed, that cap that Mahomes taking up, that's a big cap. I know you want a quarterback, but that's a hell of a cap. He probably got close
40
to
mil a year, right?
They
40
but they
million
need
in
to go
cap.
now. They
Yeah.
need to go and actually to go restructure that.
You can actually
Yeah.
restructure that. He just get out already.
You're gonna have to do it because every year from now till he contract up, he gonna be a cap problem for the team.
Yeah, but you can actually do that right.
Is either that is either that watch Joe Burrow? Is either that watch Joe Burrow
Exactly.
in Josh Allen take over?
Because their
So
biggest issue is they don't have nobody on defense.
so
And
so
they don't
stay,
have the money to do it.
yeah. So staying on that topic, the Chiefs can create $22 million in cap space by converting Patrick Mahomes' roster bonus into a signing bonus.
And to sign the ball, they're gonna have to keep doing it. They gotta keep
They have to
restructuring.
keep doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they usually do anyhow. They just restructure, just keep pushing it to a signing bonus to get a cap space.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll do it. I'm sure they're gonna do it to Chris Jones, they're gonna do it to Kelsey, Tyreek Hill. Those guys, they know they can't. They gotta. If you're giving up a first round pick for Orlando Brown, you gotta resign him back. And defense, we don't even know the secondary outside of Tyrann Matthew. They have to do something there.
They got a lot of unrestricted free agents.
Mm-hmm.
Blake Bell, Blake, Orlando Brown, Michael Bolton, Chad Henney, Mike Hughes, Melvin Ingram, Kai Lang, Tyrann Matthew, Jack McKinnon, Ben Neiman, Nambi, O'Donnell, Okafor, Pringle, Jaren Reed, Remus, Demarcus Robinson, Sorensen, Chavarius Ward, Amani Watts, Darrell Williams, and Andrew Wiley. That's a
See
lot
you
of
call
people.
you see you call a lot of secondary players
Yeah.
there, so
There's some big
Defense.
names in there too.
they're gonna evolve in the secondary. They're gonna have to. It's gonna be a totally new secondary.
Yeah. Amani Watts, Chavarius Ward. Them is two
Mike
big names. I
Hughes,
see
Mike
that Mike
Hughes,
Hughes is a big name. Tyrann
Mhm.
Matthew,
That's a big
Sorensen
name
was
too.
their safety.
Sorensen in safety. Yeah.
Mhm. So they're gonna make something whether they draft good or just pick up somebody 1 year deals or 2 year deals. That's the road they're gonna have to do because they're gonna have to spend big on Orlando Brown to keep him, but they're gonna have to fill out the back end of the secondary on short term deals or hit a good draft pick or something.
Yeah.
I'll take a Tyrann Matthew.
Well, he's still valuable in the league, but
I
probably
think
not to
I
the
think I
Chiefs.
think yeah, I think he would fit perfectly in our team.
Mm-hmm.
How old he is now? What 28,
He
29?
getting
Yeah, I
up.
mean
He getting
upper
up there in
20s,
age,
yeah. I
and
mean
he getting up. He been in the league a while now.
He been in the league a while.
Yeah, still got a
Yeah,
couple more
so
years
he
left.
getting up. He getting up there in age.
Tyrann Matthew
Yeah,
is
he 29.
29. He gonna be 30 this year.
Yeah.
He turned 30 in May. So yeah, he up there. Probably got another 2 years on him.
Yeah, I know I was gonna ask Sunky. Sunky, I this thing I 1 more year, Derek Carr, and the contract.
They gonna resign him.
They're gonna resign him. I was just gonna ask you what you think they're gonna do,
They're gonna resign him.
and there.
How old he
Cause
is?
I
27?
had a report come out say that the team and the organization fully committed to him. So after
okay,
all of them rumors and gossip
we're
and
right. Cause you saw a lot of stuff that they might trade him.
yeah.
This and that. Somebody might want him to boost them team, but
Yeah, so
I think
from what I seen is that they all in on him. You know what I mean? I mean, to be honest, Derek Carr ain't our problem. You know what I mean? We got other things to point the finger at and figure out than to go trade for a quarterback and hope
that
what, you know
he
what I
he
mean?
he, he think of
That
yeah.
ain't make no sense.
Especially this class.
So yeah, so you're looking to get you say your lineman, wide receiver probably,
Defensive tackle, defensive lineman.
defensive tackle, and you
I
have 30,
mean,
you have 30
we'll
million cap space.
we'll give you a Fletcher Cox. We'll give up a Fletcher Cox for like two picks, probably a second and a third. Yeah, man, it's about time. It's about time. Fletcher Cox getting old now.
You try to fleece somebody.
No, to be honest, anything we get, I want draft it. I don't. The day exactly the days of yeah, let me go get a proven veteran. I ain't in that. I tell you that I know. I tell you that I know. We need to start drafting and developing. I think that's the way. That's the best way forward. Cause
I
this
agree.
picking up somebody gem, and then you end up with a piece of coal that been happening to us too much.
But yes, I believe
You
that
guys
too.
have
We're
the
spending a bunch of money. Cause you even look at like Corey Littleton and Nick Kwiatkowski. Them were the two hot free agent pickups, two big name free agent pickups. And that man haven't made a impact to see. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're just there.
I tackle a skill that made a
so
bigger impact. And he was very impactful in Chicago.
Then you have to eventually go there and pick up Denzel Perman.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get Paramount. That was good. You know what I mean? But and we ain't really spent a lot of money on Paramount, so that wasn't really a big deal. But
Yeah.
Kwiatkowski and Littleton. I mean, so now we now have to go look for linebackers to whenever we done with them, we gotta figure that out
Right.
because that free agency didn't really work out.
Yep.
So sometimes with free agency, I don't get too excited about it.
But you guys got there's glaring weaknesses, but at least you guys know that it's not too much different leagues. Like
Yeah, ain't not no one position where just is a
yeah,
fully disaster. You know what I mean? It's they got some pieces in place and that could work. Just to me, I feel the offensive line need to be addressed.
yep,
And then after that, we could just kind of plug certain pieces into certain places. And I mean, I ain't too worried about the defensive line because we got a lot of depth. So we got a lot of opportunities where we can just keep people rotating.
yeah,
We won't have to go shoot for that one superstar, two superstars, and plug them in the line.
yeah.
So
You don't have to pay much to go and get a interior clog defender that
correct.
can clog the hole. You can get some good bargains for that. But like you say, just concentrate on the offensive line. Make sure the line is steady. And I still think you should get another weapon. That's just going from by me.
No,
Based
he
on what you say
definitely,
with
definitely. Like I said, we need a number one wide receiver. We don't have a number
yeah.
one wide receiver.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think that gonna be the push for Devante.
Man,
But them fellas say them gonna franchise tag him. So
For franchise tag Devante
Devante.
Adams.
So them say. But if them franchise tag him, they're gonna eat up all them cap space.
Exactly.
So them got a tough decision to
Or
make.
they just doing that to eventually trade him and get something
Yep.
free.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Because you
think I
just don't
think
want him to walk.
I think they're playing a very dangerous game up there in Green Bay right now, right, with them two players. And we can see as it plan out. I think after the Super Bowl, it get
Like I
very, very,
say,
very
as
interesting.
much as Aaron Rodgers running him out, he ain't got no power.
Yeah, he
Aaron
ain't gonna.
Rodgers don't
Yeah, he
have
ain't gonna
no
sling. Yeah,
leverage with
yeah,
that man, As much as he running him out, he don't have no he would have to retire.
yeah.
In
That's
all
for sure. Yeah,
seriousness.
that's true too.
He ain't got no leverage. So he could run him out all he want, cause he can't pick where that man want to trade him to. You know what I mean? He just have to sit on there and either wait for his contract to run out. He got retire. So as much as he talking, he can't do nothing.
Yeah.
So it ain't like a package deal. Like a lot of people were saying, oh, it's gonna be a package deal if Devante Adams and Aaron Rodgers gonna go to the same place, but them can't because Devante Adams gonna be a free agent, but Aaron Rodgers isn't. So
Right.
Yep.
he can't go nowhere. That man go there and that man would trade him to the Lions. Then him go down there and pull out. Not the Texans or somebody just to yeah, I mean to frig with him.
Right.
I mean, I got a fella named Deshaun Watson coming out. He got come out of the blacks too here. Here, shot the team.
What going on with him? What going on with his case? Eh, I
That that
mean,
that a both hush hush. I don't know, and I feel that
They say, right, I don't know, that up in the air and they look like they getting any traction on that.
that's
That's
what
the
I'm
thing
saying.
about it.
It seems
It's just him moving.
it's just like they had all this evidence before, and now it's nothing. I mean, if you had all this evidence, case should have been done. Call somebody should have been done. You
Yeah,
know what I
doing
mean?
nothing.
I think them
You
want to
got
hang him.
20 something accusers, and you tell him you can't call a case yet.
Nope, I think they want to hang him, but they can't hang him because of the 22 accusers, only two females talking. Everybody else plead the fifth.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's got the one girl
But
who bring
they
up the case. She the major one. That's the one that turned down the money. She want more. And the other one I think just along for the ride. And all the others plead the fifth.
Hmm.
well, they say they gonna trade him what March or something.
Yeah, before the new season open, before the new
Yeah.
season open up, before free agency.
So you gotta sit down here and wait now to see where they gonna trade him to.
Who got
Like
a
you
better
feel
power?
they feel that trade gonna shake up a lot of things.
Check out a lot. I think I'll be
Check up a lot.
a multi trade. I think so.
Yeah, it can be a multi trade. It can be a 2 for 1 pick kind of player.
Mhm.
But
And we got
They got the
we
demands
got
high. So
ammunition, baby.
I don't know.
they want people. They want players and picks. So
Why
Yeah,
you
you good.
boy you will vomit. You hear me? You trade your 2 first rounds on a player, and as soon before you step on the field, go they'll come in there and say he got for the season.
Gone for the season.
A good deal care if if the man come out innocent, what you do? Suspend him for the whole season?
Say what?
Conduct detrimental.
Yeah,
Guess
give him
what?
4 games.
Conduct.
He got at least 4 games. At least you can get.
Yeah, give him 4 games.
That's at least. That's the least.
they
Till
want
some
suspended.
till
They want
some till
suspended for the
some
season.
till
If
some
somebody,
video come out.
yep, somebody jump over
Yeah,
again.
they want suspended for the season. They want to give him 4 games.
You got to suspend for the season. Why you want women? You want women's kick up? The women league
Yeah,
kick up?
man, kick him to you.
Hey,
I mean, you got people. I talk to a partner of mine. The revolt just call him the puppet. Even though even if he said no matter what happened, he can be listed as a puppet.
Yeah.
and that's the
Okay.
thing about it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
when you win, people don't forget. Look at Big Ben.
But yes.
Look at Kobe.
But yes.
Yeah, I mean when you win, people don't forget. People don't forget. When you win and you do things on a big stage and stuff like that, after people don't forget. Look at Michael Vick. How much people had hate Michael Vick because
Yeah.
he kill all kind of dogs and all kind of nonsense. And then look at Michael Vick now. He's a saint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Alright, yeah.
Second chances.
We got this week left. for the Super Bowl. Once the Super Bowl over, that's when things are start to pop. So we gotta see. So where we got Shunky here, who you got going in the Super Bowl panel?
Byron, you know he's a LSU man. So I gotta go with Joe Burrow. You know how it's freak with me sometimes, like even going back to watching how we lose to them Bengals in the playoffs. You just look at them other games and you be like, we could have beat them damn Titans. Yeah, like if we have beat the Bengals, you'd have to ask yourself how far the Raiders could have gone in the playoffs. And I think we would have at least make it to the AFC Championship game. And we'd have probably lose to the Chiefs. Because
That's a
I
fair
really up
point.
to this day I don't feel that we had deserved to lose that game to those Bengals. We beat ourselves. We literally beat ourselves in that game.
That's a fair point. Yeah,
Too
you
much
could have.
penalties. Again, Leatherwood. Every time Josh Jacobs get a big run, hold in, hold in. He had a point in time where he had a run there and he dropped down on the 1 yard line, hold in. And then we end up with a field goal. Same thing again, hold in, end up with another field goal. So if all those field goals were touchdowns, we would have won that game.
Yo, and he was a beast in college, yo.
But
He was
it is what it
Alabama. He
is.
was
It's all a
Alabama
lot of ifs.
anchor.
So
He was Alabama anchor. I don't know. You got these men.
But like I said before, is
Different when you come at it.
That Bengals magical season.
Yeah, yeah.
That magical season.
As an NFC guy, right? But I really
You
don't
know,
want. I really don't want Rams win, but
I
so
mean,
it's two first round picks in the two first overall picks at quarterback going into this Super Bowl here. You got
Super Bowl.
Stafford who been a veteran for the longest time, what 13 years, and you
Yeah,
got Joe Burrow who in the league for 2 years,
2 years.
first overall picks. So
I mean, a part of me wants Stafford to win because
cause he been with the Lions for so long and
yeah,
dealing
you know
with
what I
that
mean.
grit.
It's like listening to Dan Olasky talk about him now too. Dan Olasky got me a little brainwashed too because he believes Stafford is the second coming of Jesus.
Dallas, he
He
love
loves Stafford.
He
Stafford,
loves
love
Stafford. He
Stafford,
loves
man.
Stafford.
And he was there with him, so he know
You were
what I
there
went
with him,
through
yeah.
in Detroit. It's almost like Stafford playing for the Rams and Detroit.
Yeah. So a
And
part of
yeah,
me want him to win because I mean I know football different than basketball and things, but I feel if Stafford them don't win this now, they may that's it.
Why be?
he might even dedicate it to Megatron. Cause he Megatron never get out of Detroit.
Never get out of Detroit, yeah.
That's
So
why I feel. That's why I feel too. That you can actually these fellas. I was telling them all the time too that if the Rams don't make it to the Super Bowl, that team gonna implode. If we had beat the Rams, that team would have imploded the day after. If them don't win the Super Bowl, I still think them will implode because according to who it was Ryan Clark, I think it was, has said the team built for the Super Bowl.
True.
Yeah.
Even if they come, even if okay, they make it to the Super Bowl, but they can't be satisfied with making the Super Bowl. They build to win the Super Bowl. If they don't win the Super Bowl, the team gonna implode. Van Miller on contract, you know. Van Miller on contract.
Cause what
Hey,
OBJ on?
he got to be on 1 year too. Just
Yeah,
a
he
sign,
on
just
there.
they are just signing. They are just signing for the season.
Yeah.
yeah, for the season. So Van Miller, OBG, the man, they got a lot of things going on in that team too. You know? So
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
think I think them gotta win it. Them gotta win it.
They've got to win it. And I think they know that too, that they have to win it.
But I think now that whole offensive line situation with the Bengals gonna come to bite them this week.
Uh,
Yeah,
we,
we
They've
we,
been
been
we had
getting
saying that.
away.
We been
They've
saying
been
that.
get they've been getting away with it.
we were talking about that before you come on the show. It's like, Casey saying like Aaron Donald gonna feast, Von Miller gonna feast. But to me, I like Burrow been playing under the same pressure all the time.
That's the
Yeah,
thing. He doing a lot to make up for it, but
right,
it's only a matter of time.
right. And it's and like I always say, it's one lash away, one lash from Aaron Donald. He out the game. That's it. Eh?
And that's it.
Cause he get lash. Yeah? Every time he get hit, a couple of minutes.
Big shot.
That's it for the shit.
You better.
Yeah,
So, all right, Oakland, we gonna see what's going on. I mean, we probably keep pace with off season, keep pace with the
all
draft.
right, fellas.
We gonna see what's going on.
We get you back on the show, Shunki. We doing a mock draft special edition show that you can do, like all of us could be here with it on your teams, and they have one of those draft simulators. So you'll be in as the Raiders GM. You can make a pick, trade down, trade up. It's up to you.
Yeah.
So we'll bring you back on the special mock draft edition. We'll get some other the guys to come on, and we'll do a mock
Yep.
draft and see where it goes.
Hmm.
See where everything goes.
All right, yeah. So that's it for another edition of Island Boys Football Talk. We come
We're
back
just
to
gonna
you.
keep an eye on this off season and just see what else pops up.
Yep. And we'll come back to you on Saturday, night before the Super Bowl, where we'll make our picks for the Super Bowl, and then we see what happens after that.
Yep.
All right, Showcase, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for
Yes,
having
I.
me.
All right,
Yep.
everybody,
Thanks, guys.
everybody, good night.
Silver and black.
Yes, sir.